world, what you report. And I mean it sincerely. It gets you get more legs when you're reporting something that's negative. I don't mean you're picking on me, or I'm just the nature of things. You turn on the television, and there's not a whole lot about boy saves dog as he swims in the lake, to say, it's about, somebody pushed the dog in the lake. I mean, I get it, but...
Big bills have been enacted into law, and new relief programs are now up and running nationwide. Many of the low-income households and seniors will be able to receive more financial assistance this year. The relief will arrive in several different ways, including rebate checks. The next round of state-funded anchor property tax relief payments are set to show up in the mailboxes or bank accounts of more than 1 million New Jersey residents. And according to experts, the wait will be much longer for seniors, who were promised by lawmakers earlier this year their property tax bills would be cut in half. And that won't happen until 2026 at the earliest. Under current law, even as some incumbent lawmakers seeking re-election this fall are giving a false impression that tax cut has already occurred. New Jersey residents, even age 65 and older, will find out next year when they apply for Senior Freeze property tax relief benefits. The key changes enacted earlier this year will make it easier to qualify for benefits. Indeed, from the anchor to Senior Freeze programs to the Promise program that will provide slash property tax for seniors, much has changed recently when it comes to a state-administered effort to ease local property tax bills that average close to $9,500. The first round of benefits paid out under this is from Phil Murphy. Him and Democrats control both houses of the bills, and now they're giving seniors that make up to $250,000 annually the maximum benefit of $1,700 for many eligible senior homeowners and to $700 for eligible homeowners as well. As part of this affordability office, everybody, Murphy in his February budget message called for expanding eligibility for Senior Freeze, one of the state's long-standing property tax relief programs for seniors, homeowners, and people with disabilities. When a new state budget was enacted in late June, some key changes were approved by lawmakers that will make it easier for many seniors to qualify for reimbursement checks that are meant to freeze annual growth under property tax bills. Certain homeowners in Jackson County are also eligible for relief on the property taxes beginning in the year. Next year, residents who are eligible for Social Security retirement can apply for a tax credit to help cover any increase in their property tax bill. The tax credit applies to a property owner's primary residence, and the residence must have a market value of less than $500,000. Even Joe Biden expressed frustration with Republicans after lawmakers averted the shutdown. Biden said he will hope the drama in the last couple of weeks will lead to Kevin McCarthy being gone, and it did. After signing the temporary government funding bill, he stated the truth is we shouldn't have gotten here in the first place. It's time to end governing by crisis and keep your word to the people. Biden referred to the near government shutdown as a manufactured crisis caused by Republicans, refusing to honor an agreement struck with the White House in May that outlined spending levels as part of the deal. Even the House and Senate cleared a stopgap bill to avoid the government shutdown. But what's going to happen now? Ton of information about the fourth stimulus check. We have to cover a lot of news in this video. So I want you guys to know that we have a ton of information to cover. So continue watching. And don't forget that if you want to get this Amazon gift card right here, all you have to do is redeem the code in the Amazon checkout aisle. It's a $50 Amazon gift card code. So pretty much just redeem the code and you'll get $50. And you can use it for whatever you need on Amazon.
Who are the first to get it? Well, folks who have the direct deposit information already on file with the IRS. The next group of payments, most likely in the next 2 weeks, will be Social Security beneficiaries who receive their benefits by direct deposit. And finally, paper checks will start going out in early May. Now, that process could take 20 weeks total. The IRS estimates it can process 5 million checks a week. All right, now this is the IRS page, and if you don't file taxes, you're going to go to this page and you're going to put your info in right here on this left-hand side. Now, if you get any kind of Social Security benefit...
So Joe Biden is warning against disastrous consequences as Congress moves forward towards another funding deadline. The President and Republicans and Democrats are just debating on new provisions that would impact millions of senior citizens. And with the midterm elections in the rearview mirror, Joe Biden is just top of the White House officials. They're just now negotiating while the clock is ticking for a government shutdown. For weeks, Biden's top deputies, led by the Office Management Director Shalanda Young, have navigated the dynamics of election season. In simple terms, this is what it means. According to CNBC News, Many Americans are scared by retirement. Barely half of working-age Americans believe Social Security will provide them the same benefits that are paid to today's retirees. More than two-thirds of Americans fear that workers cannot save enough money on their own to achieve a secure retirement, and countries around the globe face the same demographic challenges of aging populations. Fox reported that low birth rates and increased lifespans are straining the finances of the government and retirement programs in nearly every developed country. So the SSA started distributing these December payments this week. This month, you should be able to keep an eye out on the letter for the Social Security cost of living increase. The letter will have details about your individual benefit rate, also for next year. In January, you'll get the first benefit increase amount. For those who receive SSI, you'll get yours COLA benefit by the end of the month. And according to sources, Social Security supplies a source of income that retirees deem necessary to make ends meet. Since 2002, anywhere from 80% to 90% of annual surveyed retirees lean on their monthly payout to some degree to cover expenses. Although Social Security is the U.S.'s most successful retirement program, having provided retired workers benefits for 82 years, it's on a shaky ground. And as the sustainability of Social Security payouts come into question, it's lawmakers who come into focus, specifically Biden. And since retired workers' payouts began in 1940, the Board of Trustees has released a report each year. It examines the financial state of the program. This often lengthy report takes into account demographic changes, fiscal policy implemented by Congress, and a multitude of other factors to look for how firm the Social Security program is. At a time, the predicted long-term cash shortfall is great. The 2022 Trustees report estimates that Social Security has around $20 trillion in cash, and around 90% of its revenue is collected by Social Security. It comes from the 12% payroll tax. And with Social Security's dilemma, well known, Biden has laid out a plan to strengthen the Social Security program. The core of Biden's proposal involves getting more payroll tax revenue, as well as increasing benefits for age beneficiaries and lifetime low earners who need the most. The most notable change proposed by Biden involves collecting more payroll tax from higher earner workers. And now in 2023, all earned income up to $160,000 is subject to the payroll tax. Wages and salary below that are not subject to tax. And Biden's plan would even reinstate the payroll tax on earned income above $400,000 while creating a donut hole between the maximum taxable earnings cap and $400,000. So since the maximum taxable earnings cap increased over time, this donut hole would eventually close and subject all earned income payroll tax to the payroll. So the issue with the CPIW is that it tracks the spending habits of urban wage earners, not the beneficiaries of Social Security. Since the CPID is specifically tracking the expenditures of seniors, it should result in a more accurate COLA being passed along to beneficiaries. A third Social Security reform proposed by Biden also involves increasing the special minimum benefit paid lifetime to low-earning workers, also known as helping those that need more money and stimulus. So I agree with Joe Biden on this part.
Asking me what home
benefits that they didn't claim originally. According to the IRS, 9 million Americans potentially have unclaimed money, and Sieber says with the 2021 tax year offering more benefits like increased child tax credits, you could have more